There's this thing that I see happening a lot with accountants whereby when they're selling their services to prospects or when they're selling more services to existing clients, they've been told that they should be given 3 options for their clients to choose from. Now, if you've been told this, you need to stop doing it because it doesn't work for one really good reason. So I encounter many accountants and my job is to help them to price more profitably, to be able to sell more of their services to their clients that can ultimately give more value to them, and then help them to systemize their firm so they can grow and scale and do more and achieve more. And when I first start dealing with accountants, one of the things they always say is, can we offer 3 options to our clients? And I always say, why would you want to do that? Why do you want to give your clients 3 options? Because let me explain why that's fundamentally flawed. If you give your client 3 options, what you're forcing them to do is to decide. You've now said these are 3 things that you've got to choose from, whether that's gold, platinum, platinum plus packages, or whatever it is that you're offering. They have now got to decide. But the reality is you don't want them to decide, you want them to make a decision. Now it's a very subtle difference between somebody deciding and somebody making a decision. If you give people too many options, they will have to decide. They'll have to go away and speak to other people, they'll have to have time thinking about it, they'll have to deliberate over it because you force them to decide by giving them 3 options. If you give somebody 2 options, they will now make a decision, and they're far more likely to make a decision there and then and move forward. And it is proven by some of the world's leading sales experts, some of the most forward-thinking companies on the planet, that they would only ever present a client or a prospect with 2 options. By all means have 3 options, by all means have 5 options, it doesn't matter how many options you have, you just only ever present 2 of them to your clients. And if you have a correct consultative sales approach in your firm, you should never be in a position where you're asking your clients to decide, because it's not fair on them. This is too important a decision for them to have to decide what they should want in their business. You should have asked the right questions, you should have understood their goals, you should have understood what their challenges are to get to the point where you say, right, listen, based on everything that you've told me, and now understanding the size of your business and the speed at which you want to go at, then these are the 2 options I would be recommending. Which one do you want to take? That's the correct way, because you should know through that consultative sales approach whether they're a large business that want to move fast, that's ambitious, whether a smaller business or whether they're more cautious or whether they want to move forward at a slower rate. You should have all that information, so you should be at that point where you say, these are the 2 options, which one do you want to take? If you've been sold this old methodology of giving people 3 options, then you need to either challenge it or you need to throw it out. You need to say, does that really work today? Is that what's happening in some of the most profitable, thriving businesses on the planet? Because that is what you need to be using in your firm. You don't have time to be wasting on clients going backwards and forwards, deciding what they should be choosing from you. You should be going through the correct sales approach, asking them the right questions, giving them 2 options. At the most, even 1 is probably better, but at the most 2 options so they stop deciding and they actually make a decision.